back in the garage right now just prepping up the bike because we are about to head to track day tomorrow morning. Right now I just taught myself and figured out how to safety wire and make it look actually like, you know, pretty. So just safety wired this camera. Before I had it facing the front forks. I'm gonna try it right now facing like this rear shot where it has like my foot, my lean angle, because this track too is a ton of right turns. So you'll be able to see maybe me scraping knee, which would be pretty sick. And the R6, she's looking good. Everything's solid with her. Just taping off the headlights, tail lights right now, all that stuff. Had to get a morning coffee, so it's gonna be a nice little pick-me-up on the way there to the track. Man, got my pizza chilling right here and a little donut. How you guys doing this morning? So it is right now about a little bit after 5 a.m. and we are headed out to the racetrack. So I'm super excited for today. I can't wait to be back there. This is now going to be my third time at this same track, Summit Point Motorsports Park in West Virginia. So I'm super excited to go get out there with all my buddies, have a really good time today, and that's ultimately the goal. You know, we're not out here to set lap times. We're not out here to win races. We're just out here to have a good time, work on ourselves, work on our own skills at the track so it can help us out ultimately in our riding too. So we're just headed out there right now. I think I'm just gonna go pick up like a little breakfast sandwich on the way. That'll be about it, you guys. So I have about an hour drive ahead of me. I know you can barely see me, but it's all right. I have about an hour drive ahead of me, so not too bad at all, especially compared to the last track day we just did. That was about 3.5, 4 hours down North Carolina. So it's gonna be a lot better, a lot nicer on the body. But yeah, if you guys are wondering too, my truck, which I tow my bike with, that's the whole reason why I bought it 3 months back, so I could tow my bike to track days. Yeah, that thing broke. So that's really awesome, especially because it's 2025, that's 3,500 miles, and it has a cylinder 1 and cylinder 6 misfire. So that's super cool. So basically got a 4-cylinder truck right now, which is not ideal. Yeah, that one's definitely not good. So super odd. And the dealership told me like 2-3 times that it was gonna be ready for this weekend, so I'd be able to take it, use it. But you know, things just don't go as planned. It's just the name of the game. Can't do anything about it, so you just have to figure out the workarounds. So I was able to figure out a workaround because the bike is already at the track. So when I get there, everything's already set up. Did that last night. Maybe I'll throw a quick little clip in there. So everything's already set up. Bikes are chilling. So we got nothing to worry about there now. But I do miss my truck with all the space that it had, all the storage. Oh, it's just so much nicer. So much nicer. And the truck's obviously at the dealer because everything's still under warranty. Like I said, it's 2025, so everything's still under warranty. But yeah, they said everything mechanically looks fine. They said spark plugs are good, coil packs are good, compression's good, like it's not like a blown motor. They said it's likely a software issue, but now, and then they said it would only take like a day just to hear back from engineering on the software, and now it's been a whole week. So yeah, man, it sucks. It really does suck because I literally bought the truck so I could use it for track days. And that is a deer right there. Oh my. That's why I'm keeping my eyes this way. But yeah, you guys, so that really sucks. Right now I'm just in this loaner vehicle that they gave me. I got a Dodge Hornet. I'm grateful to have a loaner, but really wish I had my truck. Especially right now. Really wish I had my truck. Just be able to haul, put stuff in the bed. I still have a ton of room in the back seat. Like I was sleeping in the truck last time, super comfortable. We just had 2 more deer run right in front of us. So, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I just really wish I had my truck. Like, I have this little SUV. I'm grateful for it. Grateful that I got a loaner. But it was just a lot nicer for things like this. You know, if I'm daily driving, I don't really mind. But bought the truck for truck things. And now I ain't got no truck. But yeah, so that's about it, you guys. Got everything packed up. There's already some stuff to track. I still have a bunch of stuff sitting right here in the trunk. So I'm still gonna unload a couple more things once I get there, but it's gonna be so much easier now that the bikes are unloaded from the trailer, because that's the main part. So got cooler, got some drinks, got some ice, food, got my breakfast, some snacks, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna just go grab a little quick sandwich or something, a little breakfast wrap, and just head down the road like we're doing right now. I'll check in with you guys later. I literally never get Starbucks. That stuff's way too expensive for me, but it is the only thing that's kind of open right now that's on this road. So we're gonna take what we can get. Look at the sky over there though. Looks super pretty. All right, I just want like a breakfast wrap. We got a little egg white wrap and then oatmeal. So that'll hold us over just fine. But yeah, look at the sky right now, man. Gotta appreciate the little things in life. Like me missing this exit, because it's the wrong way to go. Alright, but now we actually need to go get down the road. So we're done with the stops, and it's gonna head straight there. So we should be there around 6:30, I'd say. Because tech inspection, everything, like starts at 7 to 8. So that's essentially just where they check over your bike, make sure everything looks good, make sure you're actually able to race, that you bought your ticket, check over your information, kind of just confirm everything. And yeah, and then you're good to go. You get a sticker, go back to the pit, and then you have a riders meeting pretty quick after that, and then everybody starts racing. So let's do it, man. I'm super excited today. Here we are, you guys, back again, Summit Point Motorsports Park. So let's go do the little check-in. I did last night, but every time you come to the gate, you gotta check in. How are you doing, man?
Morning.
Morning. You're still here from last night.
Yes, I am.
When do you get off, I guess?
8:30 in the morning.
Oh. How do you like the night shift? Thank you,
All right,
man. I appreciate it. And you know what's actually super cool? So it's now Monday, Memorial Day, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there was actually a professional race organization that was out here. It's ASRA, I think it's like American Superbike Racing Association. They were all racing out here at the track, so it was awesome. I saw a bunch of videos. I wanted to come out here, but I had some family stuff that came up. But it was super cool. I saw a bunch of my friends are here. They sent me like videos, and it looked insane. And the record time at this track is 1 minute and 10 seconds, I think they said. And the people that weekend were running 1 minute and 12s. So they were really fast. Like almost beating a track record. It's pretty crazy. So I think there are still a lot of people from that event here, because it's super packed, way more than. And why I could tell that there's still people here from that event is because there are some insane bikes that are out here, like brand new M1000 RRs, like some ridiculous stuff all tracked out. Right now, just unloading all the gear, setting it all down. My buddy's coming with the full table, so it'll be a lot nicer. And once we put the tent up, I'll just hang this up. Bike's all here, one piece. And just chatting it up a little bit. Here's everybody that's kind of out here so far. And tech's about to start pretty soon. So we can go head down there, get everything checked in, get the bike all good to go. I'm gonna finish unloading everything from my car and then go head down there. That's whose my bike is tuned by, that company.
Yeah. Eventually get back to the
But it was anything about like it was an 18, so it had all the stability controls, traction controls. Had every kind of like you could have power out of turn with the traction control, light shift, like AMD.
Well, that's the funny thing. It's like my R6 is like a, I don't know how many it's been.
You don't see any flags displayed? Continue with the group rules. We'll explain that in a second, too. Black flag. If the black flag is displayed, it's the only time we're allowed.
Right now, this is the advanced group going. So these are the fastest guys out right now in the advanced group. It's just the first lap of the day. Hey guys, we're going to go off for our first session. Got the suit fully on, everything. It's gonna be my first time racing in this suit. Also, first time racing with these rear sets. So I'm gonna have to get used to these. Are a lot different. Gonna be a lot better, but this whole rear set, peg, shifter, everything is a lot different than my OE ones, which I raced on last time. Don't have too much seat time on these, so gonna have to get used to it. And they ran out of E1 stickers, so instead of novice class, now I'm back in like beginner. But I told them to give me an advanced sticker, but they were like, haha, yeah, no.
Do you have electrical tape? Yes, sir. I do. Vice President.
All right, guys, I don't really know what to say about today. It has been insane. Not in a good way. So we all got put on an early lunch because one of the coaches in the advanced group went down really bad. He went off to the hospital right now, so they just shut down the whole session, shut down the track early. So we were just waiting for a whole hour. So I hope he's okay, but there have been so many crashes today. There's only been one session for each group right now, and there's already been a couple crashes per session. Nice R1, the SC on there. Really sick track ZX6R as well. guys, so here's how we're looking right now. There's just so many bikes out here on the track. It's kind of gets a little stopped up sometimes. But of course, we're still pushing, still making it work. I was able to scrape my right knee down this time too in turn 1, and I scraped my left a little bit in turn 3. And both of them are such a tiny scrape because I'm just not used to it. I got to get back used to it in my mind. Because the second I scrape, I'm like, oh, I hit something, and I just pick it up. So I still touch though, it still counts. I'm really loving this suit right now. It's a lot nicer too since it's perforated, so I'm so much more comfortable than my two-piece Dainese because it has no airflow. So we're about to go head out on one more session. Don't know if this is gonna be the last or second to last session. We will see, but let's go see what she can do. I'm getting pretty worn though, so I'm gonna try and hydrate a little bit more and go head out there. See guys, this is a real bike. There's real power right here. Okay, so I just totally forgot to do like an outro and kind of do like a whole recap of the track day and talk about a couple little things for ending it off. So it actually, like, you know, isn't just like an awkward cutoff. So I was like, let me just hop on the Grom real quick and go film an outro, because if I go get on my R6, then I gotta adjust the tire pressure, put on actual gear because it's just a more aggressive bike, and yada yada yada. You guys know, you understand, hopefully. Yeah, so the whole track day was utter chaos for the whole first half of the day. It was chaos. And I guess let me start off with the first thing that happened, literally in the first session of the intermediate group. So just to kind of do a little recap, there is beginner group, intermediate group, advanced group, E1, E2, E3. So E3 went out, and I think everything was cool. I didn't think there were any crashes, nothing crazy. I know if that happened. And then right after that, the E2 group went out, and probably on like the third or fourth lap, probably like the third lap, this guy was going into the last turn, turn 10, which is the fastest turn of the track. It's a big sweeper, and he was going into that turn, grabbed a handful of front brake, way too hard from what I heard, was still on the front brake when he was in the gravel, and just completely flipped the bike. He flipped over it, and the bike as well. From what my buddy told me, who was like behind him, he said that was it an R1? I forgot what bike it was, but that bike was just constantly flipping like non-stop, and as well as the rider of said bike. I feel so funny on this little thing. I feel like I'm like a kid's bike. Woo! So much power. So much power. Need a longer swing arm to hold this thing down. So that guy went completely flipping over, and then my buddy was coming up on that turn. Just a little bit after, the flag stands were waving yellow flags, which means no passing. Basically something happened, someone went off, so no passing. And they're coming up to that turn, turn 10, and then he comes up to that corner. There's a dude laid out right there, bike all messed up. And then out of nowhere, this R1 comes and just straight sideswipes him, knocks him off his bike. I think he literally completely just hit the handlebar and sideswiped my boy, and he went straight down, like immediately. It was ridiculous. There was a crash right ahead. We're only on like the third lap of the day. Everyone's still getting warmed up, like and it's not like we're racing for real, like on a timed event. You know, you're gonna win some grand old prize. Like, we're just out here to have fun, work on our skills, and this dude's out here thinking it's like MotoGP or he has to race for his life. Don't know what the heck was going on. And unluckily and luckily, my buddy just bought a one-piece race suit from RST, and it had the airbag already integrated into it. So 3 minutes with the suit and already went down with it, and the airbag had to deploy, which thankfully it did. He was a little bit banged up, but I'm certain that the airbag took so much of that impact, and I'm really glad that he had it. He's really glad that he had it beforehand, because, you know, stuff like that happens. Doesn't matter how good a rider you are, someone else can come out there and just boom. Even right now, like I'm on the road, I can just be chilling right now, 30 miles an hour, someone just comes in here, rear ends me. Anything can happen. Really messed up the whole day right there. We're able to kind of fix this bike up a little bit, get it rideable, so he was out there to go for like 2 more sessions, but he was hurting a little bit, and the bike was decently messed up, so it's obviously not going to ride the same. There were some things going on, but he was still able to get in, I think about 2 more sessions or 3 sessions before calling it it for the day. Ow, just got hit with a rock. So yeah, that's what happened. But if you guys want to see the video of him actually getting knocked down, go check out his IG, ZX6R Draco. I'll pop it up on the screen. You guys go check out the video of actually seeing him getting hit, because his camera was recording right back there. And I'll let you guys go on his post and you can see the whole aftermath that happened with the guy who hit him too, because it's a bit of a crazy story, and I'll let him, you know, take the honors. That's his stuff. I'll let him talk about it. And yeah, so that happened, and then right after that, our group went out for the first time, and it was just a cluster something. You guys can fill in the blank. It was a mess. I did not know what the heck was going on. People were going all over the place. I don't know what was happening. They were just darting in and out. I didn't have my camera recording, but they were just, don't know what lines they were taking, don't know what was up with the speeds that they were going, and they're braking. I don't know what was happening. It's the first lap of the day. A lot of people's first track day. Do not need to be going that crazy. So I was just going so chill that session, because I had zero trust in anybody that lap. I don't know what was happening. And then immediately right after that, the advanced group went out E3. And again, this is still the morning. This is like 10 a.m. They go out and they have a really bad crash. From what I heard, it was one of the coaches actually. Went off really hard. Was there on his back, laying on the ground, and he had to actually get taken out in an ambulance to the closest hospital, which is in Winchester, Virginia, which is about like a 30 minutes away from the track. And that's the only ambulance for the track, so they had to go take him out there. And I hope he's okay. I really do. I haven't heard of anything since or posted online. So yeah, my point is that ambulance, since it was gone out there taking him to the hospital, we couldn't run at all since there was no ambulance on the track. So we had to wait and get put on after just waiting for a little while, we then got put on a way early lunch just to kind of help kill time for them while we were just waiting around for the ambulance to come back, and then to also clean up the track after the whole accidents that were happening. And then immediately when we were able to go out again at like 12, then there was another spill on the track and they had to send everybody back again. There was like oil, there was coolant on the track, because when they were taking a bike that crashed earlier, it leaked all over the track. So this is like 12 something by this time. I don't even know, around like 12:30. The day started at 9. And now we're finally able to go back out there and race. It was just an entire mess. My buddy randomly had a hole in his tire that he got on the track. I don't know from what. He was racing out there. I was like, it feels weird. Went back to the pit. Had like 2 PSI. They were like, one of my buddy's fairings flew off right in front of me. Like, I don't know what was going on. There was just so much chaos, so much hectic. So many people were going off in front of me. Like in one turn, there were 3 people that just went off. It was just crazy. Crazy. I don't know what was happening. So I'd say it took until the second half of the day where I was actually able to ride and even feel comfortable riding, because of just how much stuff was going on around me, how many people were stopped up in this whole line of like 15 people while we're going through a turn going like 20 miles an hour. Like, it was just, I don't even know. I don't know. But yeah, I'd say once the second half of the day we got to that, it got a lot better. It's truly, I think my last 2 sessions of the day were the best ones, and where I actually felt like, okay, now we're getting somewhere without getting stopped up by anybody, without any crazy things happening. So it was like the last 2 sessions of the day. But nevertheless, I still did feel really good out there compared to my last time. I actually scraped knee for the first time at this track. I scraped knee on 4 different turns, which I was super happy about. And I felt like I was carrying a lot better speed. I could still improve a lot, but I felt like I was carrying a lot better speed through some of the turns, some of the straights. Really improved my braking with some tricks that my buddies were teaching me. And I felt really good about my riding later in the day. So I was really glad I still got to go out there and had some riding time to enjoy. Ready? Oh, it's so funny. That's like full throttle on this bike. If you don't know, this is my beginner bike that I started on. But yeah, you guys, so crazy day. Thankfully everybody still made it home in one piece. A little banged up, but still in one piece. And side note, if you saw my suit, how it was like wrinkling up a little bit, and there were some spots on it where it looked a little too big, I did that on purpose because I just ordered an airbag today for the suit. I got a Tech Air 7X system. Especially after seeing my friend get ran into, crash and go down, and his airbag deployed. And the last time we went out there, one of my friends crashed and airbag deployed, and it really helped him out a lot. It just sold me on it even further. You know, they are really expensive, but it's for your safety, so I just got to get over the, you guys can look it up, about $1,000 that the airbag system is. So I'm gonna go put that in the suit. Hopefully everything fits up okay. But yeah, that's why I wanted to leave a little bit of room in my one-piece suit, so I could have that airbag system installed in there. I think that's about it. I definitely want to go out there again soon, maybe in like a week or two, so I can actually get a full track day. Because again, that was a really eventful day. So hopefully go out there again pretty soon, maybe like a week or two, and then maybe go to North Carolina again at the end of June. But we'll see. But I just ordered a ton more mods for the R6. I got a brand new throttle kit coming in. It's going to be a lot more aggressive. Throttle's a little bit weird. It has like this weird sticky throttle issue, and it just bothers me. So I have a brand new Rev 3 kit coming from Motion Pro, which I got on a really good deal, like over 25% off the original cost of it. So I'm super excited to get that in and hit the track with that, because it's going to help me get on throttle a lot quicker and easier now. And truthfully, probably going to be popping a lot more wheelies, so I'm going to have to up the TC a little bit or up my stabilizer, because having a throttle that's way more, you know, quick turn, it's going to make a big difference. But yeah, you guys, I think that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. And let me know if you've been enjoying this track content. I've really been enjoying it. I've been having a lot of fun doing it, making it. The whole trip, hanging out with my friends, racing at the track. It's one of the most fun things that I've ever done. So I hope you guys enjoy the content as well. Truthfully, views-wise, it doesn't do as good as me just going out on the road and making a video just talking, but it's something I really do enjoy making. And I hope you guys at least appreciate all the effort and money, time, trailering, here, that, prepping that goes into it. Because, man, it takes a long time. But, again, I really do enjoy it. And I hope you guys enjoy watching it. So, I will catch you guys in the next one. Please take care, ride safe, always wear your gear. Peace.